Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be ranking all the new Hisuian Shinies. Last week I ranked all the Hisuian Pokemon. Yeah, you probably saw the video. If you haven't already, see that. And this time I'm going to be ranking all the Shinies. There are a lot of bad Shinies, there's pretty good Shinies. And for me, the definition of a good Shiny is that's a change that's a good change, something you can notice, but also has a good backstory and matches well with the Pokemon. Shinies like Gengar and Garchomp, those are horrible Shinies because they barely change at all. And some Shinies are just plain bad and they just don't look good at all. But some Shinies like Colossal are really good. And what I mean by the good backstory is like this. For Colossal was introduced in Gen 8. Gen 8 was based in Britain, and in sometime in the history of Britain, there was a blue coal craze. Colossal is a coal Pokemon, and Shiny is blue coal. I think that's a really good concept, really good design. Game Freak did their research. That's what I call a good Shiny. Plus, it might not apply to every Shiny, but it's still really cool, and there's some good Shinies in this list. There's also some really bad ones. Another reference for a good backstory are the Shinies of Duskull, Shuppet, and Chimecho. I will link a video in the description below if you want to know more about that. Anyways, please subscribe. It really supports the channel. It'll help me a lot and it'll make me really happy. And well, let's get started. First we have Shiny Hisuian Growlithe and Shiny Hisuian Arcanine. Putting these both in B tier, they're not bad Shinies. Growlithe's orange and Arcanine's yellow. Just that it's a drastic change. It's like an actually good change. It's not drastic, but it's still an okay change. It doesn't match them that well. It's not that great of a Shiny. And yellow is not the best color for Shinies unless they have something good to contrast with. It's just not the great Shiny. It's not a bad Shiny by any means, but it's not a good Shiny in my opinion. And it would have been really cool if they gave the concept, because if they're going to give Arcanine gray fur and Growlithe white fur, if they're going to do that, why don't they swap the fur and give Shiny Hisuian Growlithe gray fur and Shiny Hisuian Arcanine white fur? I think that would have been a cool concept, and that even though I don't like the Shinies that much, it definitely would have brought it to A tier. For Shiny Hisuian Voltorb and Electrode, those are both A tier for me. I'll explain. The black and the light beigeish white, that contrasts extremely well. It's a clean Shiny, it looks really nice. Plus, like normal Voltorb and Electrode, those Shinies resembled Great Balls as they were blue. These are black Shinies resembling the heavy balls. I think backstories like that are really good, and that really makes it a good Shiny. Plus, it's so clean. Shiny Hisuian Typhlosion. It's a D tier for me. I'll explain. The only thing that changes is the back, but the back color just changes to the normal coloring of Typhlosion. But it doesn't make much sense because the color wasn't that different anyways, so it's not even a big change. And they didn't even change the color of the flame. So now it just looks more like Typhlosion, but it doesn't even look like a good Shiny. If they at least changed the color of the flame to maybe like orange or like a blue Shiny, if they're not gonna completely change it, that would have looked much better, but here we are. It's a D tier for me. I want to skip ahead a few Pokemon and go straight to Shiny Hisuian and Decidueye. This is a good Shiny. That's an A tier for me. First of all, it takes the colors of Decidueye. Sure, Typhlosion did the same thing, but Decidueye looks like a different Pokemon. You can actually tell the difference, which means that coloring will actually make an impact. It looks pretty clean on it. I don't think it looks as good as the autumn coloring. It's not the cleanest, but it still looks really nice. They both resemble the cold, the autumn coloring, and the evergreen coloring, because Sinnoh and Hisui, they're known to be cold, so that makes sense. That's a good Shiny in my opinion. shiny Hisuian Samurai. It's now just looks like Samurai. The white, now the shell is just white. Now it's just basically Samurai. Like at first glance, you might tell it's the same thing. You might say it's the same thing, which is not a good sign. It doesn't look that great anyways. The darker blue doesn't contrast as well with the white, so it's just not a good shiny in my opinion. But at least it's a change you can actually tell, which is why it's C tier. If it was like shiny normal Samurai that barely changes, that would have been D tier, just like Typhlosion. Alright, we have shiny Hisuian Quailfish. That's an A tier for me. And shiny Hisuian Quail. That's an A tier for me. You can probably tell why. The gray and the purple, they contrast really well. They look really nice. It still gives an edgy, poisonous look of Quailfish and Overquill. I'm not the biggest fan of the purple and gray coloring, but I still have to give it props for that coloring. It's still really nice, and it's just a good shiny overall. Also, with this tier list, the person who made it pretty bad with making tier lists because they put Oshawott and Duat for some reason, but not Cyndaquil or Koalava or Growlithe or Dartrix. It makes no sense, but I'm just gonna skip those. They also put 2 Sneasels. That's okay. I'm just gonna skip those over. Just wanted to tell you guys that. Now we have shiny Hisuian Sneasel. It's an A tier for me. It looks really nice. I'm not the biggest fan of Sneasel, like the Hisuian form, like I said in the previous video, but the dark bluish gray tinge with the yellow contrasts extremely well, like I explained before. Black and yellow contrast really well. The light blue specks, that looks really good. The electric blue, I'm a big fan of electric blue shinies. It contrasts very well overall, and probably one of the best shinies in this game. And it just looks really nice. Since there's 2 Sneasels, I'm putting them both in A tier, just for the sake of it. Now we have a shiny Hisuian Guja. It's a B tier for me. I like the only thing that changes is the flower and the arms. I like the shiny. It's just not that big of a change. I like it. The coloring is good, but if they had changed a bit more, it would have been a better shiny. Shiny Hisuian Zorua. Great shiny. The blue, the electric blue, like I stated before, the electric blue really matches with the gray, the white fur. It all contrasts extremely well. It looks extremely cute, and I think I like it way more than the original. Like, just the red, it looks way better than the red, the electric blue. Sadly, the Zorua loses the blue, but the purple is my channel color, and it still looks extremely nice. Now the red things now are purple, and those don't look like warts anymore. I don't know what they look like now, but now it looks actually more cool. I would have liked it if it was blue, but it's still really good and shiny. It's an S tier. Shiny Hisuian Braviary. It's an A tier for me. Maybe a B tier, actually. I like it a lot. It's good. I like the electric blue goggles and the black. Contrast extremely well. If the colors had changed a bit more, because it's just blue and black, if they had changed more colors and that would have made it nice, like some gold coloring on it, that would have made it really good. I think that would have improved the shiny a lot, but it's not a bad Pokemon. It's not an A tier by any means, but it's still a pretty good Pokemon. Shiny Hisuian Avalugg. I stated before that the pincer things, it's like a rust, and I really like that concept. Not enough people are appreciating that, but it's still B tier because not much of it changes except that and a bit of the coloring at the legs, but that's it. But it's not a bad shiny by any means. I like it there. It's a good spot. Shiny Sligoo and shiny Guja. They look like they gave the shell coloring poopish brown. Why would they ever give a shiny coloring? Like, it just baffles me. Plus, they didn't change anything else. If they're gonna do the original shiny, because shiny Growlithe and shiny Arcanine, they're yellow because shiny Growlithe and Arcanine, the original forms, those are yellow. Guja, they didn't even change it. All they changed is shell. Why didn't they change it to the beigeish skin with the pink? That looked nice. It would have actually matched a bit with this poopish brown. These shinies are extremely bad. They're good Pokemon, but they're not good shinies. Shiny Weirdeer, it's a C tier for me. It's a good change, but it just, I don't like the green. It doesn't match it at all. And nothing else changes. The beard might change a bit, I'm not very sure. And the tail changes, but it doesn't look that good at all. Shiny Cleavor, that's an A tier for me. It really resembles how it evolved with Cycler. The green and the axis, it might have not changed, but that makes sense because maybe it's arms, but it's also something it wields. So it wouldn't change. Plus the hair, it's still the same. It contrasts really well with those yellowish tinges. It makes it look really nice. It's a good shiny. Shiny Hisuian Sneasler. I know I said I wouldn't talk about this again, but here we are. It's a C tier. The yellow, the purple, it's an ugly purple. I like purple, but it's an ugly purple. It doesn't contrast as well as, like, it's not good at all. The only good thing is that feather thing on its head, but the rest of it is pretty ugly. It's not a good shiny. It doesn't look that good. I don't think any coloring would actually suit this Pokemon. Shiny Enamorus and Shiny Therian Enamorus. They're both C tiers. I know I said that in the beginning of this video. I might not have said it, but we're not basing it on design. We're basing it on just the shiny coloring. So Shiny Therian Enamorus. Actually, no, they're both D tier. They barely change at all. It's just a hotter pink, and it just makes it look a bit worse. It's not a good shiny. It's just not a good shiny. I think you can tell. Basculegion. That's a B tier for me. The green's just a bit brighter now, and now the purple is just purple. The red foam. I don't think the purple matches as well. It's an okay shiny, but it's not that great. Shiny Hisuian Basculegion, the female version, it looks really bad. The brighter green, like a much brighter green, contrasting with the yellow, it looks really bad. It doesn't contrast well at all. It's not a good shiny. You can probably tell it's not a good shiny. Shiny Ursaluna. The red, it looks amazing on it. The gray, the red, it contrasts well. It already looks like a good Pokemon, and now it looks even better with the shiny coloring. The change, you can actually tell. It's not the ugly green that Teddy Ursa got. The green shinies tend to be bad, but we've been getting pretty good green shinies. So it's a good Pokemon. Origin Dialga. It's a B tier. I like the shiny coloring of Dialga, like normal Dialga. It looks nice. It looks a bit too vibrant, and Origin Dialga, a bit too vibrant. It's not bad by any means, but it's a bit too vibrant for my liking. Shiny, his Origin Palkia, it looks extremely bad. The coloring's basically the same. It's shiny Palkia. It looks basically the same. You can tell why it's bad. That's why Palkia and Origin Palkia shinies are bad. They're bad, just bad. Why the Palkia didn't deserve this. Palkia's not a bad Pokemon. I wish it got better. It's pretty sad. I know I said I'll skip Ashwa and do it over, but since they're already here, why not just do it anyways? Shiny Ashwa, I like it. The pink nose looks really cute, and the light blue, it looks very nice. It's very cute. Shiny Duat, it's a B tier. It's actually a C tier. The purple doesn't match very well with the cyan. That's basically it. I ranked every single Pokemon in this tier list, and all the Hisuian Pokemon, all their shinies. And that ends that tier list. I'm planning on making more tier lists like this. It's pretty fun, and it's fun to edit, even though it takes me a long time to edit. I want to bring my upload schedule back to normal. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Tell me what your S tier shinies are. And like always, I'll smell you later.